Hello, everybody. And those who will join us later. Let's get started. I think everybody will file in while I'm getting set up. So I haven't been able to stream this week because last Sunday I had to take all my wisdom teeth out. So I had to take the week off. Just to be careful with the clots or something. But I have been wanting to stream, so we're streaming now. Hey, Vernamore, how's it going? Nice to see you. So instead I've been farming on my platinum run. So my platinum run is actually got a lot of playtime, but it is actually not further along than this character, so let's get a move on. Gosh, Dark Souls 1 is like, to get platinum you need to farm and farm and farm and farm. Happy Father's Day to any of you who might be watching. Let's see. Did I go back yet? No. We need to go back and pick up Big Hat Logan. So let's go do that while I'm getting smacked around by that jerk up there. And then we will run around and probably go kill Father of the Year, Seath. No, I'm not gonna make it. Ah. I was trying to see if I could hit the Avalon. But no, I don't think that's even the right side. That might not even be the right side. Oh. Would you please get out of the way? Thank you. So last time we streamed, we were super lucky and got the Channeler's Trident, and in celebration we did a dance. Because that's what you do when you get the Channeler's Trident. Oh gosh. Vernamore. Hopefully he comes back sooner rather than later. Hello. Please get poked. Thank you. Claymore is Baymore. Is it this way? No, it's not this way. It's probably this way? I forget. Everything is super aggressive and remastered. It's kind of ridiculous. I've taken to... On my platinum character is almost finished leveling out their pyromancy glove. And I've taken to just quitting out to drop all aggro. Before I talk to Quaylon. Because everything sees you from like a mile away. Must be up one more. That's really weird. But your message is being delayed. Please stop. Mr. Channeler, thank you. Okay, it's this way. I still really need to do that hairstyle. Looks really simple. Why are you guys running? I mean, if they want to run, no skin off my nose. Oh, hey, Hunter! I still haven't played that game. I need to play that game. There's a lot of games I need to play. And I'll say that for all of them. Forget to play them. Oh, hello, ladies. They're actually not even facing me. This is actually really interesting. They're not even looking at me. They don't care about me at all. And they're in a big circle doing a big prayer circle. Considering how aggressive all of the enemies in DSR are, this is kind of weird. Ladies? Oh, I thought I was out of that. Hey, Meglin. Getting hugged by Hugged by friends and felons. Here to pick a big hat.
Hello again. What a chance meeting this is. Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. I don't suppose you could stage me a getaway. The archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge. So close, but just out of reach. The thought offends me so I could simply die. As a student of the arts, you understand me, yeah? Hello again. Alas, the thought as a...
Best of luck, Vernonor.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery.
Hooray!
Hello. I'll head out.
I'd rather you just teleport out, but this isn't Dark Souls 3, so let's grab that. And that Firekeeper's soul says... oh, this is a... That's a generic. Not worth reading. I forget where the last Firekeeper soul is. That's the fourth one. Fifth one is... I want to say it's an Islith. Yeah, sorcery and crystals are in bed together. You know, this is silly. Gentlemen, really? We're going down here. Crystallizing its humors. The connection to crystals seems to be that sorcery is soul energy filtered through prisms. I forget if that's the last one, Megan. That's probably really it. And Hunter, I think that's a really good point. I mean, I could go with the obvious and state it's kind of a Kingsfield reference, along with Seath even being here at all. And Seath was the big bad in Kingsfield, but if we discount that and just take Dark Souls as it is, then yeah, I mean, it's probably a thing. They don't talk a whole lot about how crystals interact, with things like soul power. Just that crystal is the highest level of soul power with regards to sorcery. They also don't talk about how sorcery was divorced from fire there was fire sorcery back in the day. But yeah, it's mostly manipulations of light, which is basically sorceries. But yeah, Dusk even says that there's a difference between our sorcery and her sorcery because it negates all but thyself, all but the one self. So, like, Ulaziel's sorcery works more with memory than normal sorcery does.
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent, more than expected even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you, and the secret.
Actually, Hunter, that's probably just normal sorcery, because normal sorcery uses a sorcerer's catalyst, and sorcerer's catalysts are almost all universally wood. Ulaziel catalysts are different sort of wood, and the only difference there with catalysts is tin, which doesn't come up in Dark Souls 2 or 3, but there are two tin catalysts in Dark Souls 1. The Banishment and the Dark Moon catalysts, which are made out of tin. And I forget what tin is actually. So there's Crystal Soul Spear, 50,000. And Crystal Magic Weapon, which is 20,000. And Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Those are the 3 new ones. So let's talk to him.
Ah. The secret of Seath's immortality. If you have fought him and were imprisoned, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal can you so much as...
Yeah, Vernanor. After DSR, I'm going to be playing Kingsfield 4.
The primordial crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives, the Crystal Forest.
Or Kingsfield 3 US, but I just call it Kingsfield 4 because it's the 4th one.
The tomes stored in these archives are truly magnificent. A great pool of knowledge, the fruits of superior wisdom, and an unquenchable desire for the truth. Some would say Seath had an unsound fixation, but his work is a beautiful, invaluable resource. All progress demands sacrifice, and I certainly bear no antipathy for that wonderful, scaleless beast. The tomes stored in a great pool.
Alright, so he's all set.
Farewell.
Yeah. He's busy reading books. And that's kind of how you leave him. If you were running a platinum character, you need to buy all 3 of those spells right now. Yeah. Because you don't have a whole lot of time to buy those, so... Platinum characters basically have to go straight to Ariamis for the farming spot. And there's the Crystal Ember, which we shall take... I forget to who. It's a key. Yeah, Giant Blacksmith. I spent $40 on Kingsfield 4, and it's actually really well taken care of. So I'm pretty pleased with the state of it. I even got the instruction manual, so that'll be fun. Because old FromSoft games put a lot of lore in the instruction manuals. There's differences in the American one from the Japanese one, but that'll be fun to just like read out once we get there. So there's a couple of goodies over here, so we'll be doing that. I also need to finish up Eternal Ring, Hunter. I keep staring at that lone video on my YouTube channel manager. I was chatting with the fan translator for Echo Knight yesterday on Twitter, and if you own Echo Knight 2, Lord of Nightmares, there is a fan translation, and you can rip your PlayStation thing and play that way. So I still need to do that. We were just talking about Deracine. Hopefully I'm saying that right. My French isn't that great. And how much Deracine reminds us of like Echo Knight, and how he wished it was actually just Echo Knight. D-E with an accent. R-C-I-N-E with the same accent. What were you guys huddling around here for? They didn't move anything, did they? So this is a good place to farm for blue Titanite chunks, if you haven't noticed. And the blue guy, the blue chunks are for magic weapons. By the way, if you haven't, and if you have a PlayStation 3 or a Vita, nobody has a Vita, get Echo Knight 1. It's like $5. So here is the crystal set. We're just picking up some goodies before we head down. I thought there was something there too. So, even the trees started to crystallize. You can see the difference. Try climbing the crystals, they said. It's out of this world, they said. You know, none of these crystal golems or the Titanite demons have any actual heads. I wonder if that has anything to do with something I mused upon way earlier. So real quick, if you don't know, like, Kingsfield lore, and mind you, I'm not the best at it. Dave Klein has, like, the best videos on, like, Kingsfield lore. Seath and Gyra. Gyra is basically Calamite in Dark Souls. But Seath and Gyra are basically yin and yang, and they are fighting with one another, and they fight proxy battles against one another. Seath in Kingsfield basically looks like the Dark Lurker in Kingsfield 2. I mean, not Kingsfield 2. Dark Souls 2. And they both have their own weapons. I think they both make an appearance, kind of. At least Gyra's weapons have different names in Dark Souls. Yeah, I know! After 1,000 years, because Dave has been super busy with actual job and stuff. But his part 2 was excellent. Yeah, seriously, Calamite should have just been named Gyra. Agreed. So, all the Moonlight Butterflies are passive unless you attack them first. They have their entire moveset. And when you... And if there's interest, I'll pull that build out. But if you get the Butterfly Horn, which is a +10 spear, it tells you straight out that Seath created them. And they are basically magical beings, fueled in magic. So, the direct way down to Seath is actually really straightforward. But there's a whole bunch of, like, random goods in here that we may or may not try to get. I will have to get them on my platinum character, but the shield hunter, or I agree, Vernamore. Well, the wheel is just a common Buddhist thing. The wheel of life. Prism stones. No one needs prism stones. Or maybe we do. Honestly, the way down to Seath isn't as bad as trying to get, like, the blue Titanite slab, which is, I think, in here. Because that one is straight. The real pain in the butt is this, like, little path over here, because it actually fights you to stay on. I'm just gonna tank that instead of rolling. And tank that too. He's a big, powerful boy, and I don't trust my rolling to, like, not roll me right off the cliff. See, right about there, the game actually tries to just push you off. And he is a single spawn, actually. Since he's gold. There's another one of the single spawn boys right there. I forget where the drop-off is. The crystal stuff is, like, the best. I know the... Alright. Alright, here's a trick. If you miss one of those guys, you can just quit and reload. You guys probably know that, but just in case. So this is the pain in the butt one. This one actually just does turn. Oh, look! Look at that! Somebody tried, and then they lost it. See what kind of crabbo it is. Crystal crabbo. Floating crabbo. Look at that. I love just turning and then there's a vagrant. You win, vagrant. I'll see you in Eternal Ring. Oh, I'm dead. Love it. This one might turn a little bit too. Be a little careful. So yeah, this one's basically straight. You just aim for this here crystal and you're good. Like, the crystal cave isn't as bad as people think it is. But if you're trying to get, like, all the special weird items, that's when it gets weird. You win, Crabbo. So I hear these guys are super weird. So, we're just gonna run right by them. And then quit quit out the game or something. These guys are weird, so we ignore them. It's true. They drop twinkling or purging stones if you need it. Let's see if we can get the sword. Oh no! That's what you get for ignoring them! would be over if I wasn't going for the sword. Nobody invited you, Crabbo. Or... Come on, camera. Yeah, I'm moving. I noticed. It's the wrong one. It keeps turning. Thief, seriously. Oh, I'm dead. Seath the coward centrist. Yeah, seriously. I mean, the best time to cut his tail off is right at the beginning. When you hit the crystal, because he's stunned. But the thing is, freaking Oyster Boy invited himself into the party, and it was not a good time. So I had to avoid Oyster Boy, which ate time. But I've ignored them the entire game. Delicious, delicious game. Yeah, he didn't kill the clan monster. It was just there the whole time. It was really rude. Hey, Twiggy. Stop fighting me, game. Jeez. And now there's a fog wall, so we shouldn't have Oyster Boys inviting themselves in. I also probably should have waited a little bit more for Seath to get closer. And I'm gonna top off. Come here, Seath. Get over here. Oh, you broke it, you dummy! I didn't break it. Aw. I noticed that late. What a dummy! He broke his own primordial thingy. This reminds me, it doesn't really yet. Trying to get the tail cut on Calamite was like a pain in the rear. Took me hours. Once I got the tail cut though, Calamite was like not even a thing, but like getting that tail cut. Oh boy. Like, Calamite's moveset isn't anything I've not seen before, because it's basically the same moveset we've seen from a bunch of different dragons, so his moveset is not actually that bad if you've played, like, backwards, like I have. Like, Priscilla's moveset is the Wet Nurse from Bloodborne. Like, almost completely copy-paste. Yeah. Obsidian Greatsword is pretty cool. But by the time I got it on PS3, like, I had my build, so I didn't, like, really use it that much. Do do do. Do do. Do do do. Not enough damage or too far, too close. Yeah, it's fine. I have to quit out. No, Moonlight Greatsword. Yeah, it's probably closer to the tip. Just the tip. Oh, is the pistol already dead when you put out? See, really? See, I'd like to go to Ari on mistake, please. There we go. There we go. Success. Now he's super pissed. So tails are really important to dragons. Apparently. I mean, it's not something people talk about a lot. Or maybe they have. But dragon tails are as much of a symbol of their dragonhood as the scales are. Even the painter has a tail, and it's her hair. But... Ooh, that was close. Hooray! Seath is dead. Where does tail go? There it is. Can I move it? Oh, I can't move it. No! Well, Seath does have a child. Or so she says. So... I saw a funny picture on the internet of somebody who cut their tail close to where the bonfire spawns. And he's like, it's like Monster Hunter. Duke is dead. Long live the Duke. So his soul says, soul of the albino Seath the Scaleless, a fragment of a lord's soul discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Seath allied with Lord Gwyn and turned upon the dragons, and for this he was awarded dukedom, embraced by the royalty, and given a fragment of a great soul. Although just a piece, it will still satiate the Lord Vessel. He also had a child. Her name was Shira, who accompanied Filianor. Now, whether she was adopted or a biological child of Seath, it probably doesn't matter, but her crown has a man-eater pearl in it. And why is that important? Those are man-eater crabs. Crabs. I was thinking about vagrants. Those are man-eater clams. They're only other found in the Great Hollow, which is probably important too. Because of the importance of the Great Hollow, just in general. Everything in Lordran circles the Great Hollow. And apparently in DS3 it like sinks into the Great... everything is kind of sinking into the Great Hollow. So we've got a whole bunch of things. A couple of levels. 2. Yeah, Shira would be the Duchess. Like, Shira seems to take herself seriously. Let's bump ourselves to 60. And we have a couple places to go. So... yeah, like, Shira's story is kind of like an extreme version of Gwendolyn's loyalty. Like, Gwendolyn's loyalty is kind of their chink in their armor, where Shira, via her loyalty, like, locked herself in a cage with a crazy pygmy king, and, like, that was that. Where are we going? Giant, okay. And then we're going to visit another dragon. Something, I guess. Like, if I'm remembering that story correctly, it's on the weapon, but, like, she mostly killed a pygmy, but he wouldn't die because he's a pygmy and therefore kind of immortal. So he, like, merged himself with the weapon, and so she, like, got in her Sunday best and put herself in a room, and that was just to keep themselves from hurting anybody else. But she was Filianor's bodyguard, so... her clothes also speak to her status, so there's no real reason to think she's lying. Because her clothes speak to her status. Her crown has a man-eater clamshell pearl in it, which doesn't exist in DS3. So she has to be telling the truth. So if Shira is adopted or not probably doesn't matter.
What's that? Shiny, shiny. Give me that. I make weapons shiny.
Yay!
I had shiny, shiny. I make weapons shiny.
Yeah, Mad King Spear. Because it relates to Shira. We just killed Seath, so... She does have lightning arrow. So now he can do crystal infusions if you need to, and he still can do boss weapons. Funnily enough, a bunch of the the +0 weapons that you need for a boss weapon kind of spoils some of the game. And that's how you get that ring without killing him. Oh right, we're going this way. So because of DSR's stupid aggressive enemies, coming through this way to get to the giant is really not something you should do. They will follow you in if you don't kill them. That's a soul packet. Who cares? That is a weapon, but I keep forgetting to get it, because I need to see if I have a homeward bone. Yeah, that's my question too, Vernamore. Why can't they just be their own character? Why do they have to be super connected? They might be echoes, but not like the same person. Yeah, it's the Dragon Slayer bow. My platinum character already had it. Had the dark sign out because I ran out of homeward bones. Everyone is Velka. I'm Velka. You're Velka. We're all Velka. Alright, we're gonna set up here. And we're gonna head to the Painted World. I think that's the difference between communities. I'm more interested in hearing why something is written that way rather than what happened. That looks like a summon. The SFX there looked like you were being summoned. I'm not wearing sleeves, Hunter. They're heavy. Hmm. The painted world basically just summoned you in, because when you get summoned, you have that same SFX, but it's on the floor rather than floating up in the air. Painting is another one of those kind of like false realms. Like, it's real enough, but just like Ash Lake being kind of a memory palace, this is also kind of a memory palace. It's also, this place is locked out from the rest of the game. But yeah, I mean, it has to do with the doll. The doll is how you summoned in. Now, does the doll act as sort of a summon sign? It's hard to say. There's a lot of good goodies here, but first thing I'm probably gonna do is speedrun something. Yeah, that's probably it too. Like, the doll is the same as the pendant. Possibly. So that's a Soul of Prior Night. This used to be that used to be the dried finger. It no longer is. Drop me ears, you cowards. So these guys are way easier if you spend the time getting a fire weapon, because the fire will burn out their poison. Yeah, these are technically Corvians. There's an old interview Miyazaki made where he said that the belief in Velka was so high that they basically turned into this. And so the Corvians in DS3 are descended from these guys, who were people who believed in Velka so hard that they became crows. I'm not sure. I think Velka, at least now, is just a pleasant story undead tell themselves to make them happy. Thank you for the Kindle. I don't think so, Vernon Moore. And then mostly because if we accept that, like, Yorshka is related to the original Painted World, and how Gwendolyn was dreaming about a pale young girl in hiding when Aldrich ate him. I think they were probably, at least, if not in cahoots, understanding of one another. I need to buy some more, That's weird. Twitter is a weird thing that is made of prayers and pixie dust. Probably because they worked with... And there's the speedrun jump. If you've never known about that jump, now you do. Like, understand that Gwendolyn and Velka want the same thing. A lot of the time. Gwendolyn and Velka both want to punish the guilty. So, if they're not in cahoots, then they are generally working together. Yeah, never let that thing hit you, but I was, like, locked out of that. But I still win, because I'm right here. Yeah, that was definitely unlucky. I generally feel better after I get the speedrun jump out of the way. You know, I have some weird Corvian stories myself. Like, when I was in college, whenever I walked home from, like, a late night of stuff, like, there was, like, this whole colony of Corvians just hanging out in the trees, and they would just laugh at everybody walking home. They were very loud about it. It was very rude. Alright, I'm gonna reverse my hollowing real quick and kindle this bonfire. And then we're gonna go harass King Jeremiah. Where's my humanity? There we go. We'll get 15. That's pretty interesting, Vernamore. Do you remember, like, the rest of that theory? I'd like to hear more. I mean, we're pretty much all Velka. When in doubt, Velka did it, but... That'll be in handy later if I decide to do any actual farming. So you see phalanx over there? If you have like Firestorm, that's like easy 5,000 souls or something. 5 to 10,000. I forget how many exactly. But it is a lot of souls, and it's worth farming them. Is that it? No, there's one more. 2 more. Jerry. Okay, there we go. Jerry's here! Everybody say hi to Jerry. He likes to do one of 2 things. Either he does that, or he does the Fire Whip. They're both the Chaos versions. He only has Chaos Sorcery. Say bye, Jerry. Bye, Jerry. For your trouble, you get the notched whips. He's such a hothead. Now that we've defeated him, his armor will appear in Priscilla's boss log. And it used to be that you had to, like, walk into the Priscilla's boss arena, let her talk, check to see if the armor was there. If it wasn't, you have to quit out and, like, try it again. And it'll, like, appear eventually. Claymore is Baymore. Hey, Aaron. We are making our way through the painted world. The guilty pay the price, man. Guilty pay the price. Just gonna walk backwards. I actually like doing this level backwards, so that's why I really like doing the speed run jump right out the outset. I should have attuned some pyromancy. I have to do this the hard way. Otherwise... Hey, we're getting invaded. Sweet. By the dankest meme. Hi. How are you? Yeah. I'm just gonna wait. Oh. It's like, what, life on side? You know, it's not, it wasn't, but hit me like twice because I'm like super underleveled. Whatever. I need to attune some pyromancy. Super rude. How many uses? 4? do it. Be the goop you want to see in the world, that's right. The thing I did pick up, I always feared that whenever that dragon, like, came to, he would break it. Like, for some reason I heard that if he, like, stepped all over it, you wouldn't be able to get it ever again. So I always go for it first. But that was the blood shield, which I hear is pretty good. I've never used it. I've just never collected it. It's down here somewhere. Blood shield spoken of in the Lost Legends. The red of blood is slightly enchanted and boosts various resistances. Yeah, so it's basically the grass crest shield, but for resistances. It might be from the Ring City, because it is talked of Lost Legends, but what do you guys think? I value my stamina, like, way too much, so... Grass Crest. Philionor! Represent. Gotta rep the Philionor. Oh, I always mistime this. Be the fireball you want to see in the world. Yeah, he's a zombie dragon. His butt is... He was basically pulled himself in half. He keeps his bottom half on the other side of the arena. No. No, what the heck? For some reason, the game got super dark on me and I, like, was not prepared for that. But, so Dragon Scale. I wonder if the jump attack still works. So in old vanilla 1, if you... Oh, thanks for the follow, Hero to the Core. Oh, it does still work! If you want to get the heck out You can just do that and just run through. Just wanted to make sure that still worked. Alright, let's hit the bonfire. Switch spells and head into the sewers. And it has to be a jumping attack. Just so you know. You can't just poke him and he'll stand up. It has to be a jumping attack. Yeah, this is like one of the only catalysts not made of wood. Very interesting. You know what's weird? And why I switched to hidden body? Is, they seem to not to, like, be super affected by hidden body. I tested this on my platinum character, and they just did not see me. Which one is it? I want to go through. Skeletons in general seem to be able to see through it, but the Skelebros can't. And so they just stand there while you whack them some. And that is that. We have to go through the illusory wall, and there's like 2 more. But get yourself hidden body if they are pissing you off. Or the Ring of Fog, which I still haven't gotten on this character. I mean, you have to work pretty fast if you're not running, like, lingering Dragon Crest, but... they just don't see you, and I just don't understand how this works. And if they do, just take a step to the side. recast Hidden Body. And finish killing them off. Yeah. No, I ran out of, like, Hidden Body ran out. Because I don't have Lingering Dragon Crest on. Like, as soon as Hidden Body stopped working, that guy saw me. Like, the thing is, normal skeleton guys are not affected by Hidden Body. But skeleton wheels are. And I don't understand why. Alright, so the last thing we need to get is the Asylum key, which is over here. Yeah, it's the wheels. The wheels make it really hard to see. I think that might be everything. So let's head back up. And now, I will never have to fight a skeleton wheel again. Hi! You know what? Not worth it. We're gonna go the other side. He fell, and then he died. I don't think we've discussed it. Does anyone have any thoughts? Now, are they toxic because they're in the painted world, or are they toxic and then got thrown into the painted world? That's the other question. Because we have chaos and toxic, sure. And then we have poison and pyromancy in general. Not a bad question. It seems like it's a prison. For all intents and purposes. But it also seems like it's home for a few people. There's a whole bunch of little pocket dimensions in the franchise. But, like, Gwendolyn never considered Priscilla imprisoned, but more in hiding. And I think that's an interesting semantic to put down. There's the black set. And this is where we fought the zombie dragon. I'm gonna rush up here and grab Vow of Silence. We're gonna go grab the rapier. Never underestimate the poke. So if we fall through here, that hitbox though. I think the Painted Guardian set should be here. Yeah, should be right there. So here's a thought for Vertimore. What if the painting is covering up Gwendolyn's statuary? The other side of the cathedral has Guinevere's statuary. But what if the painting, and it's a big painting, is covering up Gwendolyn's? And if you looked behind it, there'd be a Gwendolyn statue. If Gwendolyn decided to hide who they are. Now, we can't check this in DS3 because DS3 doesn't have that building, and it pretty much completely erases the presence of that building in general in DS3. My dog just came in. My dog decided to be very cute. Alright, so here's the egg vermifuge, which is I think the only one you can get in the wild. Like, the egg vermifuge you have to buy off of Engi in general. Knock that over. Yeah, of all of the things that they decided to be completely faithful towards when they remade Anor Londo for DS3, Them not having that cathedral is probably telling in what they didn't keep. Gwendolyn does have statues in the Ring City. It's on Filianor's church door. So I'm not sure if Gwendolyn had a choice of whether they got statues or not. So it's not like against the realm of possibility that Gwendolyn has statuary made out of them. But it does seem weird, considering how private Gwendolyn is. Alright, let's look at the red soapstone. Should be up here. Alright, well. Red sign soapstone. These guys hurt so much. But the claymore is Baymore. Yeah. Well, of course, but like I wonder if yeah. So I wonder, like, if... I mean, it's a weird thought. Like, I'm not sure if I agree, but, like, what if? And I love playing what if. What if the statue, his statue is being covered up by the Painted World, and the Painted World is under Gwendolyn's patronage? Pretty neat to think about. Yeah, well, I like to say FromSoft knows how to work smarter, not harder. I must have gone the wrong way. I mean, they've been using the same sound library since at least 2004. And they'll, like, reuse animations, because animations cost money. And dev time. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It would be a really interesting contrast and probably put Guinevere more in the forefront of people's minds instead of the person who's the real mastermind behind Irithyll and Anor Londo. That would be Gwendolyn. Yeah. The big like wrinkle about the Painted Guardians is that they are summoned in by the Adjudicator Giant in the Ring City. Heading back downstairs. And since we've got a crap load of souls, we'll level up a few more times. 2, 3, 3. Yeah, I mean, well, the Painted Guardians were around during the Ring City too, so it's like, were they actually ringed knights who became specialized knights? Like, if anybody's a warden, it's the ringed knights who are wardens. I mean, not the ringed knights, the Painted Guardians. Oops. Random Baronique Knight! Just casually looking at the menu. Alright, fine, I'll use that.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
But I do seek you.
Thou must returneth whence thou camest.
She's like, no man,
This
I'm not
land
going
is
nowhere.
Peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
But I don't wanna go.
Thou must
Also, okay, here's a big crazy thing that she says
Thou
here.
must returneth whence thou came.
Returns
This land
while
is peaceful,
where thou
its
camest.
inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
You know who says that exact thing, almost? Frida. When she kills you, and I've heard this a lot from Frida, returns from whence thou camest, for that is the place of belong. Priscilla is basically saying exactly the same thing Frida does when she kills you. First of all, we're gonna come over here and pick up the Xantha set. Second of all, we're gonna fight the wet nurse.
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee
Oh,
hurry
she's
toward
way faster.
thine death?
trying to get her tail cut. Oh, there's her. I've not had the best luck with tail cuts today. That's kind of crazy. I need to see your health bar to see whether I need to, like, quit and reload or not. That's a good idea. I mean, I could probably kill her right now, but, like, I want the dagger. So I'm just watching her feet. But forget whether she comes back or not. Just employ wet nurse strats. She'll almost never hit you. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna quit and try this tail cut again. Yeah, I mean, she's fine. Like, 'cause she's got big feet. But, like, when you're trying to get the tail cut, I don't know how many of you are in my Discord, but I did have a wild theory the other day that, like, Priscilla is a crossbreed because she's crossbred with humanity because of the damage she does. Because bleed is almost universally the purview of humanity. Well, I guess I'll get the tail cut on my platinum character. I didn't realize how much damage I did. Whoops. Should be down the page. This isn't my platinum character, I'm not really upset about it. Yeah, like, Aaron, I'm like... I thought maybe if I got to, like, half health, she'd come back. But she was not having it. At all. Yeah, she just wanted her privacy. Oh, I already picked it up. Aaron, that's the first thing I do. I pick it up. So, crystal stuff, black stuff, Chandler stuff, Xanthus stuff. A mysterious item once worn by the Xanthus king Jeremiah, the legendary exile. No one knows where it came from. The crown bears high-quality cloth, which is quite soft to the touch, but its bright yellow color stings the eyes, and it is clearly far too big. I mean... I'd look the same too if I was told, we'll jump off of here and you'll be fine. Why am I always touching things I shouldn't be touching? Why am I throwing myself off of ledges like that? I don't know. James Sunderland. Am I Blade of Darkman yet? No. Path of Dragon. Meglin. Record scratch freeze frame. Yeah, that's me. I guess you were wondering how I got here. Yeah, maybe Jeremiah and Fina were a thing. Maybe that was a thing. Alright, what do we do? What do we want to do right now? We killed one Lord guy. We could... You could have the DLC. Or we could go fight the four... No, we can't go fight the four kings. We need to do DLC first. Okay, so we're gonna do the DLC first. I only need to do the DLC first because I want to get the rare cutscene with Sith. That's a really loud bird out there. I don't know if you guys hear that. No, that was like just outside. That bird. Not in the game. Just ambient noise from living in a city, pretty much. Just gonna hit this bonfire. So if I like fall off a ledge, I don't have to run that far. Anyone know if like the Priscilla staying invisible for the entire fight is something that's supposed to happen or not? Yeah, I guess. We'll see how my platinum character runs. So I kind of only want to fight her once. Not because she's hard, but because she doesn't deserve it. You ready for the hand of fate? Hey, Stone. He just wants some gold things. Time for another boss. Who also has a tail cut, if I remember right. Everybody has a tail cut. That's my Yeah, he's got a whip. Whoops, wrong place to take a sip. Yep. Yeah, just not a very good one. I'll have to kindle that if this goes any further. Missed. Tail cuts are the worst. Alright, time to go human. So I need to kindle this bonfire. Aaron, that's a dedicated individual. That's my chance here to get tail cut. There we go. That counter damage though. Yeah, but now I don't care about the tail cut because I've already done it, so. Oh yeah. I try to have. There's at least a chat room for all of the major games. And a couple of the upcoming ones. And by demand, there's a near chat and there's a Fuita Ueda universe chat. So yeah, I'm just dodging really badly. Why am I... Just like mistiming a dodge. And he's able to juggle you to death. No. I mean, I know a lot about Drakenir lore. Like, I'm not an expert, but, like, I know a lot about it. So, it's less about 2B's B, and more about Yokokado's crazy. Oops. Totally missed it. Forgot that's a 6-string combo. Probably Guinevere's. I just look at her and I go, man, your back must hurt. I wonder if I have my defense rings on. Oh, that's adorable. He's like climbing the sky. Hooray! Once again, here's the FromSoft tradition of using trees as portals into weird dimensions. Which isn't just in Souls. Like Shadow Tower Abyss does the same thing. Like in Shadow Tower, like I think I've mentioned it, but Shadow Tower Abyss, the Shadow Tower in Abyss is a tree. It grows upside down and is also a spaceship. It makes sense within the game. I'll dump these. Actually, no, hold on. I won't dump them yet. So, these look to be people. I blame Ornifex, but let's talk to Elizabeth.
Well, look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank thee deeply for rescuing Her Highness. But Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the savior?
Sure.
Thank you. I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost, for I am one with the sorceries of Urasil.
Okay, so Elizabeth basically confirms that time doesn't matter in the Souls universe. And in the Souls franchise, like I've mentioned this before, but time works basically like a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Cue True Detective or something. But Christopher Nolan also kind of designs his movies in the same way. I don't know if you guys saw honest trailers about Christopher Nolan, or like every Christopher Nolan movie, because they make fun of this. Like there's a footage of Christopher Nolan and how he designs time, and his way of designing time is it basically is folded over, and then he like segments them in half. Honest Trailers makes fun of this, but Souls is doing basically the same thing. Everything is kind of folded over, and everything is running concurrently again and again for the first time. Time is a flat circle. It doesn't so much matter. It's kind of a ring, flat circle. Cue True Objective. It's part of a much larger philosophy, and I don't have it in front of me right now. Maybe somebody more familiar with that can drop a couple of lines in the chat. But yeah, it's I think it's Jungian. Could be wrong there. I wrote a little bit about it, but it was a little bit ago. Yeah. Nolan does the same thing. Yeah.
Guide thee.
But everything is running concurrently again and again for the first time. So we can get Prepare Powder. She also has a couple of Lightning Pale Resins, and you can get 3 of them. You can also buy the Repair Sorcery, which you could also buy from Dusk, but she is not available right now.
Thou shalt see further on, an abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Ulasil. Knight Artorius came to stop this, but such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss, overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet. Thou shalt see and with
Alright, that's it.
May the flames guide thee.
Thanks, Elizabeth. There should be a soul packet in here. And here we are. Oh wait, it's humanity. Okay, that's better. Better than the soul packet. Which we will employ right away. Alright, now let's explore familiar surroundings once more. Is it this way or is it the other way? ready for Calamite to come by and just smack me around a little bit. So you might remember this. I mean, if you're new, you might remember this area. Yeah, and trees are portals. So when you're through a tree, it's like you're entering a secondary dimension of a sort. And there's like more than a few trees. Like in DS3, the Ring City, you have to like jump through a tree to get to DS1's Firelink Shrine, and through that tree you enter the Ring City. Yep, definitely. It was very interesting. Like, I think playing some of the older FromSoft games and seeing how these things have evolved have really shown where they like troping things. Let's see if they are affected by the hidden body. These flowers have always been this bright because they're pretty bright. Oh, hey Calamite, what's up? I'm a little busy right now. Aw, man. No, not the lit up ones, the orange ones. Yeah, rip. I wasn't expecting the Stone Knight. I was trying to get away so I can heal. And then poke everything else. But that didn't work. Gotta slurp on them souls. Nope. Time to go. Time to go. I need some ginger ale. I haven't had ginger ale in like a week because of my wisdom tooth surgery. They say don't drink any fizzy drinks because the fizzy drinks might. Oh god! I thought I was gonna fall right off the cliff and I was going to curse that crystal lizard. But you can see the creeping abyss. Yeah, I couldn't have any, because they say that, fizzy drinks can disturb the blood clot that is keeping your... That's really important to keep, on the wounds. See what's up here. Zombie Jackernaw, thank you for the follow. At least the PSN follow. So you can see the creeping abyss reaching through, spidering in. I think these are new special effects. And there's the alert. Thanks for the follow, Zombie Jackernaw. There's your clue that they drop the same things in the present day. Elizabeth mushroom. So, mushrooms. I've mentioned this before, but if you haven't heard me rant about old FromSoft games, mushrooms in old FromSoft games were used as a MP heal item. So, like, they would restore your MP. In Evergrace, they're a bit different, because in Evergrace, you use the mushroom on the shopkeeper, and he would give you a coupon. And the shopkeeper in Evergrace is a gopher. It's an animal of a sort. So, like, it's not unusual for a FromSoft game to be like mushrooms equals magic thing. let's go this way. Yeah, and you can watch them. They're like just trimming the trees. They don't know that their masters have gone insano. Yeah. Detroit Lucille edition, basically. Here's basically your mid-boss, which, we're just gonna piece out, I think. Or at least try to. I forget if it's this one or not. Ginger ale? Oh, gelato's great. So here's another elevator we will get to later. I have a really nice small Italy community in my neck of the woods, and they make amazing gelato.
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past?
Yeah, sure, Pete.
Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange land. But at least now there are two of us.
So he carries some good items. Green blossoms. Homeward bones, some humanities.
Happen across Knight Artorias?
No, not yet.
The legendary abyss walker from the old tales.
I've heard of him.
Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask me.
But he wears blue. The color of protection. The Dark Souls color of protection.
So, what did that giant mushroom make you do? Not that I care. It's none of my business.
Sure, then I'm not telling you. Jerkwad.
I've little to talk about, really.
He's tall.
Oh, you know me. What do I know?
Probably nothing. Alright, he's done.
So long.
He is pretty styling, though. Let's unlock the shortcut. So, in the normal game, this is where you go fight the Moonlight Butterfly, I think. Like, you would go straight on. Straight out of Yarnum. Alright, let's go die against Artorias. With 7 S's. Yeah, she spawns on a slope, so there's that. So that's the way to Calamite. But it is not worth doing that right now. You can see this gorgeous view. The aesthetic is very Ring City, especially since you've got these dome towers. Like that dome thing strikes me as Ring City. But it's more utilitarian and less decorative. Weakness, bravery. Put my defense rings on. First time I did this, Artorias was not something, it was something I spent a long time on. So we'll see how this works out. Knights die twice. I dodged that early. Yeah, very, very Greek. Very Greek. I tried to poise break him out of that. Which... instead of healing. Because you really, really don't want him to do that power up. My garden, not your garden. It's true though. You're not wrong. Traitorous is like, no man, relearn the dodge timing. Instead. That was good. Yeah, the accidental dump. It's the downside for having circle as your jump button, but I got used to it, so I'm not gonna change it now. Oh yeah, the run back is very pretty. And actually surprisingly short. Grouchy gardeners trying to do their jobs. That was green. That's great. Can't let him. You can't let him. I love how his back cape is like split apart there. Might need to kindle out more. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, and it carries over in a new game. So it might be useful, especially since the DLC offers the best humanity farm in the game. Yep, they do. You don't have to do them again. Oh, I thought they did. Straight back. Being straight in front of him is a death sentence. You kind of have to be kind of on the side of him. Artorias has a couple of multi-hit attacks. The one where he goes halfway across the room with his sword straight out, that's actually a 3-hit attack. And the somersault 3-hit attack. It's all 1 attack, but it's a multi-hit. But you have to let him attack, dodge, and then you hit him. The only time you have to be greedy is when he's powering up, because you have to poise break him. It is a great boss fight, yeah. Oops, forgot to... Rip. You always have to dodge to the left or something. Yeah, it's all... You have to dodge left or right. If you dodge straight in front of him or behind him, you'll get hit. Hey, Mountain. I think it would have worsened it because you kind of need, you need concentration. And dialogue would kind of break it. Oh, he's just like, stay away from me. Please stay away from me. Oh, please. Oh, no. And then he screams, and that's it. The voice acting is great, but it didn't need to be in there. Like, the acting in it, top notch, but it doesn't need to be there. And he's done. Never let him power up. Ever. Slave Knight Gale is less a boss fight and more an event. It is an event. I love Slave Knight Gale. I love fighting Slave Knight Gale. Don't at me. I love fighting that guy. Yeah, like Slave Knight Gale. Ranks up there as one of my favorite boss fights. Let's go check out the gazebo. Battle of Stoicism Gazebo. So, when a fire burns super hot, it burns white blue instead of like orange. So these are really hot bonfires. Look at that JPEG in the back. Team deathmatch. Deathmatch. Dias. Team Dias. So you know, this is your PvP area. Earn consecutive wins to be etched in the plaque of legends. The battle is timed. At the end, the winner dons a great crown. So on this side, PS4 Plus might be on sale because of E3. I would check the usual places. So all of these statues, they have no heads, which is common for golems and Titanite demons as well. But they're all holding the same catalyst that the Ulasil Ivory catalyst. Through here you can hear Alkai Ga, but that key is somewhere else. Oh yeah, speaking of hearing. See if she shows up. If she's here already. Speaking of the lady with the best fashion souls in the entire game. She's not here. Well, I'll kill her for it. I'll kill her for it every day. Do I have to quit and reload? Sorrow. Imminent tears. Yeah, she should be like right here. I'm gonna quit and reload. Yeah, but somebody has to kill her. Yeah, I'm just gonna quit and reload. Yeah, exactly. Unless the boss of logging into the Dark Souls Remastered game server is going to... Okay, that was weird, but okay. The real boss is the game server. Oh, there she is. I want to take a look at the grave. Oh, yeah. She cut off his, like, ponytail and it's right there. That flower is very, very flat. And again, she's also wearing blue, the color, the same blue that is the color of protection. Dark blue is more the deep.
You, is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it?
Nope.
Yes, of course. I must not be presumptuous. Artorius would not have approved.
Anything else?
What is it? Have you changed?
Nope.
Then you have no business with me.
But I have business with you. Killing her does not give you the soul back. So, don't give her the soul.
You humans, always taking what you please. Then I shall do the same.
Oh, the poke is so good. What's with the Lloyd's talismans? Oh, you almost got me. The poke! The poke! That's how!
My dear.
I want to say here's my crazy theory that Artorius is actually a Corvian. The legs on his armor are not human. Those are not human legs. They're just entirely too thin. Like, I want to say he's like a Corvian. He's like a bird. He's a bird guy. Like I said, crazy theory. It could have. continue. We might not continue that much more. Somebody's Uber's here. He could be a wolf guy, or he could be like, they call him a wolf, but like, could be a burb, or he could be a humanoid doggo kind of thing. But he's mostly not human. I don't know what kind, because he's never taken off his helmet, but... Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Somebody invoked the name Anakin Skywalker in chat. Oh, I'm in trouble. Alright. Okay. He invoked the ire of Mubat, yeah. Her voice has always been like that, though, to my recollection. Of course, it's been like since maybe over a year since I played my PS3 version of DS1. But I always remembered her voice being, Kieran, I'm talking about. Her voice being similar. Everything's so pretty in Lucille. Pretty and deadly. Pretty deadly. Maybe Vernamore. Like, the sound library that FromSoft uses isn't, like, exclusive to them. They have one bigger arm, like Manus. Try and havoc them. Alright, there she is. So, she's got black hands, one distended arm. When she's awake, the tentacles move. Like, the sound library that FromSoft uses is, like, not exclusive to them. It's not, like, their sound library. It's just the one that they use all the time. Aw, that didn't work at all. Isn't there... illusory wall around here? Oh! Yeah, I'm not human. That's... Well, I'll probably die in between here and there, so... we'll fight Chester. Yeah, gotta be human for Chester. I'll probably die, so we'll get there. Oh my gosh, it's like... Oh right, I need freaking cast light too. Jeez. That's why. Ah man, I have to go back. I need cast light for that thing. Hey, the Lucille Catalyst, that's neat. I've been strangely lucky this run. Like, unlucky in other ones, like with Priscilla, but... Everyday Ulysseal Sorcery Catalyst, formed by several enchanted branches. Boosts sorcery adjustment, but Lost Land sorceries are not offensive, and attacks are not boosted by intelligence. No, I haven't been down to Izalith yet. Whoops. I do have cast light, but I forgot to attune it. So, yeah. Aw, man. Jerkwads. I wanted that. Alright, let's go fight Chester. Yeah, it's an awful room. Yeah, let's fight Chester and then call it a stream. I need something. Bam. Where's Chester? Gotta get to Chester. Chester, where you at, man? There we go. Hi. Chester, what you don't know about Chester is he won the breakdancing competition in Ulysseal. They could not... They could not believe the moves. doesn't even leave a humanity. Gracias, gracias. It's a little bit cheesy. Oh, am I invaded? I am. Hello. Hello, K-Rage. What's up? Oh, you're laggy. Really? Okay, well. A challenger approaches. I like PvP, but I'm not good at it, so. It is what it is. I need to hit Firelink for a moment. Yep. They had a lot of HP too. Like my Claymore plus 15 is only doing 251.
Oh, hello again. We're both managing quite well, aren't we? But I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him?
Actually, yeah.
Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that. If you just stay put.
This is the most badass person in all of the FromSoft Souls games.
Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry.
It's implied she's not even undead. She's just stomping through Lordran looking for her dad. Oh right, it's in the bottomless box. Sieglund is the real MVP right there. Let's get down to business. Let's see who else is here. Anyone else here yet? Oh.
Oh, hello. You made it.
I
Then
did.
Let us begin, as promised. Oh, Master Logan is at the archives. Thank the heavens. Finally, his wish has been granted. I suppose he has his head buried in those tomes.
Yep.
That's always what made Master Logan happiest.
Are you gonna try and kill him now?
I can just imagine him now.
I mean, you are wearing black.
I wish to do what I can to locate Master. I am aware of my shortcomings, but I cannot very well just sit around here and rot. Oh, do not worry. I will only leave after...
Oh, do I not have all of his sorceries? No, don't. Oh, okay. He leaves
Goodbye,
once you buy them all.
Do stay safe.
And then he goes hollow trying to get through Sens. Rip.
Your Highness,
Oh,
I am
she's
in...
gone. She's in a Tomb of Giants. Yeah, what would happen if Sieglund linked the fire? Sieglund, you wanna do something for me? You wanna go link the fire? No? Okay. Alright, well, I guess that'll do it for us today. We defeated a whole bunch of people. Let's try on some OP fashion souls. I love that her armor reminds me of a spider. FromSoft loves spiders. Anyway. Thank you guys joining me today. Sorry it took like a week, but you know, wisdom teeth and all that. We'll be picking up a little bit more as time allows, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you later. Bye now.